Finally, Chris Algieri adds a strategic finishing touch. He reminds the world that Joshua fights at the level of his opposition. Against a huge threat, he becomes cautious and technical. Against a smaller, less experienced opponent, he becomes destructive. Algieri warns that Joshua's discipline mixed with Jake's inexperience could lead to exactly the kind of dominant, brutal ending most experts predict. In the end, every fighter sees the matchup through their own lens: power, strategy, momentum, courage, or danger. But no matter the angle, one thing becomes clear: Jake Paul is stepping into the deepest waters of his life, and Anthony Joshua is waiting in the dark. He talks not about wins or losses, but about life-changing knockouts, the kind of punches that don't just end fights, but alter careers and confidence permanently. He fears that Joshua's natural power is something Jake has never felt, and that stepping into the ring with someone that dangerous is genuinely frightening. Chael Sonnen closes the debate with a cold, factual breakdown. No hype. No emotion. Just reality. He compares their size, their experience, their opponents, their power, their backgrounds, and everything points toward Joshua. Sonnen says fans struggle with this matchup because they cannot imagine a realistic path for Jake to win a round, let alone the fight. To him, the imbalance is unlike anything seen before in modern boxing. And hunger could create small windows of opportunity, if Joshua comes in overlooking him. Lamont Roach doesn't see any window at all. To him, this is a dangerous mismatch. Roach warns that Joshua doesn't need to throw combinations or press forward aggressively. One committed shot from a heavyweight of Joshua's caliber can be catastrophic. Jake has heart, ambition, and courage, but Roach believes courage alone won't protect him when a 250-pound powerhouse connects clean. Tate adds a different angle. He doesn't break down technique. He doesn't talk strategy. He focuses on courage, on the fact that Jake is stepping into something massive. Tate believes that simply accepting a fight against someone as accomplished and powerful as Joshua earns Jake respect, win or lose. But perhaps the most emotional reaction comes from UFC star Sean O'Malley. O'Malley openly admits he is scared for Jake Paul. Tyson Fury, known for his wild predictions, throws gasoline on the fire by saying something almost no one else dares to even imagine: Jake Paul knocks out Anthony Joshua. Fury argues that Joshua is declining, Jake is rising in confidence, and momentum can sometimes beat experience. He sees Jake transforming physically, lifting heavier weights, and building a frame closer to a natural heavyweight. Fury insists he's not joking, that Jake's belief, aggression, and growth could create an upset that would shock the entire world. Then comes Teddy Atlas, the complete opposite of Fury's chaos. Atlas breaks the matchup down analytically, explaining that Joshua has every major advantage: size, reach, history, power, pedigree, and years at the championship level. But Atlas also highlights what Jake brings: youth, faster recovery, and improved footwork. Atlas doesn't predict a Jake victory. Instead, he argues that Jake's risks movement. Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul isn't just a fight, it's the collision of two entirely different boxing worlds. And when legends of the sport were asked to predict what would happen, the reactions ranged from pure disbelief to complete shock. Oleksandr Usyk, the man who fought Joshua twice and felt his power up close, gives the shortest prediction imaginable: 1 round. Usyk explains that Jake Paul has improved, he trains seriously, and he works hard, but none of that changes the brutal truth. Joshua is an Olympic gold medalist, a former unified world heavyweight champion, and a fighter with a level of physical danger Jake has never experienced. Usyk believes the fight is not competitive, not meaningful, and not about legacy, it's a business move. He says Joshua needs only one clean moment. One punch. One opening. And the difference in power will be exposed instantly. But not everyone agrees.